It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the set. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Get your swarm on. Clear. Now.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
30 base. 53's mine. 53's mine.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that. Just like that.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw it is Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsay. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsay. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give to Williams, running right. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsay, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsay His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3. Check 20, 15, 15. Check 14.
They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Switch, switch, switch.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Now Williams. Oh, good move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Walker.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Throwing now is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Lindsey. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. On second down now, it's Lindsey. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now to the air, Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Block again here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
218, chop.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Block now to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Williams. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Williams. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremiah Tauchu. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Check three, check three, check three. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On second down, it's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
15, 15. Check 45 to Mike. Check 15, 15, 15. Focus, defense, focus. Seam 6.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll try the left side. It's Moss. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal of 20 yards.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, They're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Okay, it was fourth down, but you still had time here in the fourth quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
Now Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Locke going to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
53 at the line. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get ready.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now Locke again, fighting through pressure. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Tighten up. Begin.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
53, check 53.
Back to throw. Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Locke now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One more time with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes to throw. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Hey, hello. Attack.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Set 70, Indy. You might be getting tired of seeing me. Ready?
Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.